Всем привет! Today I want to tell you about Soviet cartoons. And first of all, I need to tell that personally I watched not so many of them because my childhood was in period when everything Western was quite popular, quite fashionable, and that's why I was growing up in Western culture, in Russia, but in Western culture. I watched mostly Western cartoons, read mostly Western books, and watched Western movies. But I watched some Soviet cartoons, of course, because it was impossible not to see them because they were shown on TV and all that stuff. Everyone knows them. And I decided to tell you about the ones which I personally love. That's actually just two. And at the same time, cartoon producing was very, very developed in Soviet Union. There were many studios in each region of Soviet Union producing these cartoons. They're quite specific, some of them quite interesting, unusual, some of them are scaring actually. There are a lot of things to talk about, but today I want to tell you about two cartoons which I like by myself and the one just to make the list of free, as usual people do. So let's begin. The first cartoon, which personally I love, that's called in Russian it's "Ну погоди." Literally, I would translate it like "just wait," and actually the good translation would be "I'll get you" or something like this. The cartoon is about anthropomorph world like Zootopia, but it takes place, I don't know, maybe in 70s or in 80s in the 20th century, like the time when the cartoon was produced. There is like a series, though there are several episodes, and the main characters are anthropomorph wolf and anthropomorph rabbit. Their names are actually wolf and rabbit. So in Russian, wolf is volk, and rabbit, not rabbit, hare. Hare is zаяц. And the plot is quite, the main idea is quite simple, like Tom and Jerry. And usually wolf just stays in some stupid and unpleasant situations. Wolf is like a typical hooligan who is smoking with how to say it, inaccurate haircut, dressed not really well, and he behaves in some rude and uncultural way all the time. And the hare is something opposite. Also, the world tells us, the cartoon world tells us about some things which happened in Soviet Union at that time. For example, Olympic Games, which were in Soviet Union in 1980, or outer space, or something else, some summer season, for example, some singers, the like parody of some popular singers of that time. So every time they are in different places, in different situations, which are a reflection of Soviet Union of that time. And this cartoon is quite nice. The animation is nice, pleasant. I would say there are lots of jokes and funny moments, and there is, by the way, my favorite. I can show it to you. So, if you want, you can try to watch it. I give you the link. They speak there, but not quite often, or maybe there are even subtitles. I'm not sure. I need to check it. So I would recommend it actually. The second cartoon which I like is based on a book for children. It is free from Простоквашино. Простоквашино is the name of the village. And the name is based on Простокваша, that's some kind of milk product. That's not so matter, but anyway. The plot tells us about the boy, the main character. His name is Дядя Федор. Дядя Федор means Дядя is uncle, and Fedor is Russian version of name Theodore. So parents call him uncle because this boy is quite serious, quite self-caring, so he's young, but he can take care of himself since a young age. And the plot starts when Дядя Fedor finds a cat in his block of flats. The cat's name is Matroskin. Matroska is the stripe uniform for sailors, so that's why Matroskin, because he is striped, his fur, I mean, and the cat can speak actually. Дядя Fedor brings this cat to their home, but parents are not allowed him to keep this cat. They said that cat should leave and must leave actually. And then Дядя Fedor decides that he wants to leave the home with cat because he can't just throw the cat out. He writes the letter to the parents and said that he is living with the cat. So they left and they went to the village, which is named Простоквашино, just by random. They chose the village, and coming there they saw that all the houses are empty and abandoned, and they met the postman, who said that all the citizens moved to the block of flats, to the city, and left their houses. So they started to live there. Also, later they found a dog, a homeless dog, which name was Sharik, and they started to live all together by free. That's why free from Простоквашино. And so all the story is about that. There are 3 series of this cartoon. Then parents found him actually, and after some time he came back to parents, but cat and dog, they stayed there, and he comes to them from time to time to visit them, and parents come. So, and there are different stories about them. So this cartoon I also love. It's nice, the animation is nice. So also I would recommend you to watch it. And the third cartoon is about Winnie Pooh. That's actually Russian version of Winnie the Pooh. And to tell you the truth, I like Disney version more. It's more classical, more, closer to book. And also I don't really like, well, animation in Soviet cartoon is not so bad. It's interesting and unusual, but I don't like their voices. They are quite rude for me and quite sharp, I would say. So I don't know, Disney Winnie the Pooh just nice, sweet and all that stuff, and Russian Soviet, I mean, it seems more rude for me, but it's interesting. At least it's interesting and how to say it, original in some way. There are no all the characters there. For example, there is no tiger, and the owl there is a girl. Actually, I don't know why. Maybe they didn't get it. I don't know. So again, I can leave the link. If you want, you can watch it. And for today, I think that's it. But there are many things which is possible to tell about Soviet cartoons. That's a really big theme, big topic. There are many really scaring Soviet cartoons because many regions made cartoons based on their novels, for example, or their really strange and art house cartoons. I don't know, it feels like in Soviet Union there were no censorship for cartoons. It was for everything, but cartoons can be really quite strange and like not for kids. I don't know if I can make this video about these current cartoons, because I'm not sure if I want to watch them, or it will take a lot of time for editing. Recently I watched a good video about this. It's in Russian, but I'll check if there are English subtitles. I'll also give you a link and you can watch. Maybe you can find something about scaring Soviet cartoons. They're really unusual, and that's really some kind of art house. So I hope that this video was interesting and informative for you. Thank you for watching, and пока-пока.